Yo, it's Mac from the Everyday Nobody's podcast. I know you see the title, so let's get straight to it. Queen's Flip is still an idiot. I literally have never seen anybody work this hard to get fired. On episode 879 of the Joe Budden podcast, two things became very glaring to me about Queen's Flip's position on the podcast. The first thing being that Flip actually admitted to being arrested this weekend. Don't know why he did that, but he did.
Well, I was arrested. So
Yeah,
So you did something.
I feel like you did something then.
So I want to get into that later on. I don't want to make it about Flip, but I was arrested. Yeah. Missed the commercial. I had a commercial. Shout out to Nigel Sylvester. I missed the whole commercial. Then I was a part of a TV commercial because I was arrested. But remember when I came in with my finger cut that time? Remember?
Yeah.
The incident, my brother-in-law went to the police. So that's what it was. So they put something called an I-card out. And
Is that like a warrant?
Yeah, I-card is a warrant. One is for investigation, one is for arrest. And when they saw who I was, they just upped it. But everything is taken care of. I'll talk about it later on Patreon.
Okay.
The other thing is Joe's attempt to rock Flip to sleep.
To me, a demotion means pay decrease.
That's what
it means to me.
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Tell me what a demotion means.
That's not a demotion.
So wait, hold up. So if I'm the head coach of the Lakers
lost.
and they make me assistant coach but tell me I can keep my salary, I didn't get demoted?
You did get demoted.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Your title changed, though.
Yeah, but it's a down. Your title went down. That's where the demotion comes from.
His title didn't change. It's the same exact title.
Now, let's be honest. Flip getting arrested off the pod, like not in the pod space, is not the worst thing that could happen because, it's at least a topic, a level of content that they could talk about for an episode. It's not going to directly affect him as a podcaster, but it will affect his leverage as a negotiator. Just pay attention. Joe has already been talking about hopefully getting a Golden Globe or Emmy, whatever award that they're giving away for podcasters that podcasts just became eligible for. Joe has been talking about possibly getting one. So he's been, kind of trying to clean up so he can be suitable for that award. It's going to be real hard to do that when you have someone as volatile as Queen's Flip. It's bad enough he's already loud, he's obnoxious. When he doesn't have nothing to say, he just breaks out in the song singing off key. He already has a bad habit of disengaging and staring at his phone or just being completely silent. He already fought somebody like a few months ago on camera.
Yo, B. Yo, B, let him go. You hit B, hit your right. You hit your right. Yo, Queen. Yo, Queen. Back up, nigga, back up. Back up, nigga. Yo, back up, nigga.
He's already gotten into it with everybody from Ian. He's gotten into it with Joe. He's gotten into it with Mark. He's gotten into it with Melissa. He's gotten into it with Imani. He's gotten into it with Mona. He goes at it with pretty much everyone, but he's toxic. It just is what it is. Now, in the grand scheme, do I think Joe actually cares about a Golden Globe or an Emmy? No, I don't think he even needs it. But the idea that, hey, if I do get this, it's a good look. This is a billboard for my podcast to a larger audience. It's more attention. It's more money. The Golden Globe award-winning Joe Budden podcast, that just hit different. Like, we talking about a different wage bracket now. We talking about something different now. Even if Joe didn't win, but he just got recognized. Like, if they said nominee for a Golden Globe or for an Emmy, that's a good look. So having Flip out here being disruptive and honestly just unprofessional, that's a good way to get your podcast pigeonholed into urban. Now, if you think Joe's friendship is going to stop him from getting a bigger bag, you are sadly mistaken. And even with all that said, I do stand firm in, I don't think Joe actually wants to fire him. I think it's going to look bad on his leadership because he has a history of bad firings. But I do think that he will force him out. The only problem with trying to force Queen's Flip out is I think he would still stay. I think even if Joe was to lowball him or come with harsh negotiation terms, Queen's Flip would still stay. That money got to be good that Joe's paying him over there. Him and Joe would damn near have to fight for Queen's Flip to actually leave. And that lends more to why I say Queen's Flip, he's just losing his leverage with all the stupid stunts that he does. The way I see it, I believe Joe is going to cap Queen's Flip out. He's going to make it to where you can no longer make any more money. To me, the writing's kind of on the wall. Like last week, they talked about Queen's Flip. They say, oh no, he's not demoted, right?
out there is talking about Flip has been demoted. Hear it from my mouth. Flip hasn't been demoted. If anything, shit, he's being paid the exact. He's being paid the. No,
And I heard that Thursday.
no. I want to clear it up because I want people to understand how I look at it. Flip has a lot going on outside of here that I acknowledge. Like, I acknowledge him as a content creator outside of what goes on at this network, like at a high scale. One. So if there's time off to be had, he's at the top of my list to get it because of that. Two, Flip can't sit still for certain amounts of time. It's one of them things where if you give somebody, if you take a little bit off the plate, you might get more in return. So then there's that with Flip. And Flip's pay is exactly the same. So the rumors going around about Flip has been demoted. I get it.
They say he just can't be here as much because, you know, he's like a ball in the China shop or whatever he said. He just can't sit still for too long, so they're cutting his days a little short, but he's still getting paid the same, right? And this will give Flip more time to work on his own vision and work on his Flip the Network. And then today, Joe's basically saying, look, he ain't lost no money, so he can't be demoted. No matter what y'all see, no matter how many shows he's not on, he's getting paid the same. Now, we all know that that is not factual. You can be demoted and keep your pay. Now, you can also be demoted and lose pay, but just because you didn't lose your pay doesn't mean that you weren't demoted. And I'm pretty sure Joe knows that. If you lose ranking, prestige, value, whatever, then that's a demotion. It's not always about financial gain. I'm pretty sure Joe is just rocking Flip to sleep to make it seem like nothing's going on, but we all see it. I think Flip is the only one who doesn't see it. It was so bad that Flip was bragging like, yeah, see, I only got to do half the work and I get double the money.
You know what? They be hating on me.
I'm not
Y'all
hating
niggas
at
gotta
all.
do double the work and get. I came up. I'm not even mad at y'all.
Haha. Now I remember, Joe just said it a few weeks ago that there is something big that is about to happen. And oddly enough, Charlamagne said the same thing too. He's like, yo, I'm about to be mega rich. If y'all think I'm in the Illuminati now, just wait till this hit. So something's coming down the pipeline.
I only need you guys' full and unimpeded cooperation for another year. After a year, we can all be home by 5. We can all, you know what I mean?
What the fuck do that mean?
It means I have 2026 being a very transformative year. That's what it means.
Is everybody in it?
For everybody in it, yeah. I have 2026 being a transformative year for each and every person in this room.
And I'm pretty sure Joe's going to use that to expand his platform, build out more shows, which is probably why the tiers are going up. And then you know what's going to happen? Everybody's going to get a raise except for the one person who's working half the time and getting double the pay. Now, everybody else is going to be filthy rich. Just watch. So now Flip the Network has to really take off or it's going to be really awkward because Joe has him right where he wants him. So tell me what you think. Is Joe just stringing Flip along or will he actually be fired soon? Tell me what you think in the comments, like and subscribe. And if you like this video, click somewhere around here and check out this video about Mark Lamont Hill being the Prince of Pander once again. I'm out. Peace.